Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how we can add a new integration in Securaa without any coding. So prerequisites for adding any integration in SOAR platforms are: one is the API documentation. It specifies the type of request, method, either it's a get, post, put, etc. and what is the request or input for the task, and what is the authorization mechanism that needs to be used. So let's take a simple example of abuse IPDB. From API documentation, we have got the URL, method, and the input, which is the IP address. And also we have created a key from which from a abuse IPDB portal, which is needed for execution of the task. So let's try to create abuse IPDB in the Securaa. So for that, we just need to log into Securaa and go to application sections and then click on custom app. Once you are in the custom app screen, just enter the title, use IPDB, and you can specify the version and category. I'm choosing threat intelligence as category, so I'm adding the same description. Now you can choose the logo of the application and then click on app parameters. So in app parameters, we specify the credentials like URL, username, key, and uh, password, whatever is needed for the execution of the task. So let me add URL and key that will be used for execution of check IP. So now URL that will be of type text and the initial value will be this API slash v2. So I have added the URL parameter and I'll add the key as well. Once the key is added, you can click on this use initial values to create instance to avoid the two-step creation of application. That is first creating an application and then adding an instance. You can avoid that by just checking on this option and click on save. So once the app is created, you will be able to see the application here. And if you click on settings icon, you can see that you have added URL and key for the app parameters. Now, once the application is created, you can add the task here. So I'll click on add new task. Let's add check IP now. So I'll add check IP as the task name. And now we have to send key in the header. So I'm adding key as the header name, and for value, we can type dollar to import all the app parameters. So I'm selecting key here, and for input for the task, we have to create a task parameter. So the input for the check IP is the IP address, which is being passed in the URL. So I'll create a IP address task parameter. So we'll provide the initial value with the same that is specified in the document, and let's create a task parameter. Now we can see that IP address is a task parameter with the initial value specified. So now we have added the header and also we have created the task parameter, and we have selected the method as get, and now we'll create the URL. So to import the app parameters, you can just use dollar and select on the URL. You can actually see what is the URL that is being built, and then we'll just pass the remaining part of the URL and import the task parameter. So now we can see the actual URL that is being built and click on send. Now we have got the response from the abuse IPDB. Once you validate that this response is proper, you can just click on save. Now, once the task is saved, you can see that under support that task, and you can click on edit anytime, and then you can validate what are the headers that you have sent, what are the task parameters, and what is the output of the task. Okay. So once that is done, so you can just go to automation task and go to check IP And if you click on him, you can just change the IP address, and the task will be executed. And this is the output from the abuse IP. Thank you.